What's going on, folks? Welcome back to We the Champz. You already know we in the building. We got Uncle D on the cast. We got J Boat.
Yeah.
My official co-host of We the Champz. You know how it is. We get into all the sports on the court, on the field, in the pool, on the mats, in the cage. We break it all down, all analyzation. Okay, we about to get into the mix, guys. But before we do, comment, like, subscribe, share. We the Champz. You can follow us on Instagram. That's _ We the Champz with the Z, not a S. All right. So this last week, we had a lot of wild stuff go on. It was week 4 in the NFL. Some more blowouts, some surprises, and some more disappointments. Wah, wah, wah. And we had the college football. You already know college football is about to heat up to the max in these upcoming weeks. But first off, we're going to set it off in the NBA. So we had a big time trade happen this weekend. Uncle D, lead it off. What's going on?
Dame time finally went to Milwaukee. Everybody was surprised that he didn't end up in South Beach. But Dame Lillard, future Hall of Famer, traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, giving Giannis that running mate that he desperately was seeking, other than Chris Middleton. But like Dame is definitely a step up from Chris. And the Blazers receive. You got a rundown of everything that Portland received. Yeah,
so the Blazers got DeAndre Ayton, some guy named Tomani Camara.
Man, you ain't gotta say that man name.
Hey, bro, I'm thinking it's a prospect y'all might know, bro.
Know who that is.
And they got several picks, and then the Suns were part of the 3-team deal. Obviously, they received Grayson Allen, Ken Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic.
I mean,
wait, who they get? Johnson who?
Ken Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic.
So Nurkic and Nasir was a rotational player. He played at Carolina, so he's
I know. Yeah, no, Nasir. Yeah,
some length of backup KD, backup their wings, and then the biggest thing that Phoenix got was really get Ayton out of there, and then having somebody a big bruiser as a center. So set some screens, block some shots, doesn't need to score. So it's probably one of the first times I've seen a trade that big involving 3 teams where all 3 teams got better.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's like, the narrative going with the Suns, it's like, oh yeah, this is ugly as hell. How you just gonna have 3 top tier scorers in Booker, Durant, and Bill, and it's like, oh damn, they lose Paul. They're so top heavy. It's like, how is this going to work? This is the same issue that they're going to have that they ran into through the playoffs. Now, do y'all feel like they got sufficient enough depth to run through the season and possibly make a deep postseason run?
For me, I feel like they're trying to be Golden State. So you trade out Nursa for Andrew Bogut. So they're trying to build their team the same way. They don't have a facilitator. True facilitator is going to be their biggest thing. So it's cool to put points up, but like I don't know,
it's cool
how they're going to move the ball or back people up. And then also, if you look at the 3 stars, all of them get hurt every season. I mean, I'm not saying that they're fragile or whatever, but every season they've all dealt with injuries between Book, KD, and like I can't even name it a full season that Bradley Beal's played in the last 3-4 years. So.
Yeah, KD too.
Yeah, they're always hurt, all of them. I mean,
they don't.
I feel like you can count on Book though. Like
you can count
as far as for health, I mean he does suffer from injuries. However, he's the most dependable. Now KD, his leg could blow up, and that shit just be. It's like damn. That's it right there.
Yeah, but still look at it like this. Book is still like 20, 26, 27, but he's still missing.
20. Yeah.
He's still missing 20 games a year, though, right now. I mean, already.
Yeah, they be missing time, yeah.
He misses time, too. So if they all stay healthy, they should be a top 3 team in the West. But I still don't even put them over. They're nowhere close to being what Denver is right now.
It'll be interesting to see, like, because the NBA they have that new policy of resting players.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, are players going to be more eager to play, or like
Hey,
like
I
sometimes they could be like finessing, like they could be like, yeah, my leg don't feel too good today, so I ain't trying to play on no Wednesday. But with this new policy, now that Booker missed 20 games a year, maybe it's now like 10 or 12 or something like that. I don't know, just throwing that out there.
I got a quote from Kawhi Leonard.
Go ahead.
He said, Kawhi Leonard said, "There's no NBA policy that's going to help me play more NBA games." Period.
That's gangster.
Like, damn, bro.
The realest thing though is Book was really hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
He's really hurt. Those guys, I'm not taking anything away. Those dudes aren't load managing. And then even with Kawhi, I mean, I can make all my jokes about Kawhi, but like
he be hurt.
Like,
yeah, they be hurt.
Especially, it's mostly the knee, right, bro? It's knee injuries are serious, man. Those are tough.
I mean, look at it like this. He tried not to be like Brandon Roy. I mean,
but that's another thing. Like, they made this whole policy, but it'd be like I mean, most of the time these dudes be hurt. Like, they be hurt. They legit be hurt. But at the same time, that's why I say what I said earlier. Like, could they really be like, it's a little achy today, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how much are they really like?
Exactly.
Gonna push this up,
juicing it.
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. The litmus test will be Anthony Davis to see how many games AD played this season.
He said he want to play all 82.
Man.
But
I hope there's like a sports wager bet section for that, man. I'm definitely.
He not
I'm going 60. I'm going 60 at the most. 60.
I'm betting everything I got.
But Jay, back on topic. Yeah, the Dame trade was awesome. I'm happy he went to the Milwaukee Bucks.
So I had mentioned the Bucks a long time ago, early in the summer. I'm like, dude, I'd like to see. I'm like, that's exactly what Giannis needs on that team. I'd love to see that happen. And then I said, I'm like, that's never going to happen. And like, this was just so surprising. And they were in the talks. So when it happened, it was still crazy, but it wasn't that like slapstick crazy because, it was already rumored. It was to the point where it was rumored.
They did it the right way. Nobody knew the Bucks was in the mix. There was real G's moving silence. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was reporting, the Milwaukee Bucks have been in conversation with the Suns, blah, blah, blah. Then boom, just happened out of nowhere.
I mean,
shout out to, that was dope. But I'm happy Portland got a lot out of this.
Portland did right, man.
Portland got a lot out of this. About fucking
Drew
time.
Holiday and flipping him too.
Yeah, let's let's transition into the flip to the Boston Celtics now.
Man,
good trade.
So the
draft picks
had the best team going into that weekend. Everybody's like Boston. Then one day it flipped to Milwaukee. Then with the Drew trade, it basically flipped back to Boston, who has the best team on paper. Who actually defends Dame Lillard the best in the NBA?
Drew Holiday.
It's crazy thing. So it's a very interesting trade. So who plays better offense? Dame. Who plays better defense? Drew. So we'll see. What do you think?
I think it's just funny how they worked it around. I felt like they were going to move off Robert Williams pretty soon, especially with the addition of Porzingis, which people still are forgetting. Porzingis got added to the Celtics roster. So it's like Robert Williams' value definitely went down on the team. It's almost like that was almost like a damn straight up trade, Drew Holiday for Malcolm Brogdon in that case. And then the picks too. Portland, they're garnering a ton of picks to build their team for the future.
Ton of picks, couple players. I think we pulled Malcolm Brogdon out of that. We got DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
The people sleep on Ayton, like former number 1 pick. I mean, he averaged 18 and 11.
He's a solid big.
Shooting like 60% from the field.
Like the top 10 center list, DeAndre Ayton's gonna be
25 years old.
He's gonna be in there. Yeah.
Portland's probably gonna move on from Brogdon too. That's a pick. They're gonna end up moving him somewhere else.
I think so because Anthony and Scoot is definitely our backcourt.
100%. You said y'all. I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot you. A Blazers fan since
only Blazers fan I know. Like for real.
I'm just happy that we actually got like really good assets from this Dame trade. But my entire point is why we couldn't make like a move like that when we had the talent, when we had CJ Dame, Nurkic, when we had Rodney Hood, we had like wing defenders. Man. We had something. We was in the Western Conference Finals. We was in the Western Conference Finals.
Man. But look at look at what y'all traded though. You know, like look at what y'all had to give up to get this. You know what I'm saying?
We could have gave up. I would have gave up 5 straight years of first round draft picks. Honestly, I would have gave up Nurkic a while ago. I don't like Nurkic.
But nobody. So it took you giving up Dame to actually package giving up Nurkic. There's nobody like I know what you're saying, but for what Portland had, Portland did the best with what they had to even try to get Dame. They couldn't get free agents. They couldn't get people coming out there to play with Dame. So they always paid Dame too. They always paid Dame. So
you know how I feel about this? We have a top 75. We had a top 75 player of all time, one that was like on par with Curry, franchise player. He leads our points and assists, right, over Clyde Drexler. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing. We got Western Conference Finals appearance.
I got that.
We got swept. We got swept in the first round, and just a bunch of second, third. It's almost like we wasted his.
What Dame?
I'm just glad y'all finally freed that man.
We wasted his
$600 million while he was there. They ain't wasted that much, man. I don't feel that.
We could have at least got a finals appearance if they would.
It's hard, man. The finals appearance is tough.
But y'all are going up in the Western Conference that has
Golden
State Warriors and then the LA Lakers too. Like even think about how good LA was those first 2 years with Bron and
Brian loved to play hard too. I can't stand when Brian come to Portland, man.
And think of how many. I mean, we spoke about this before. How many chances? Like, just think of how many great teams the Warriors just ruined. Just took their chances away. Yeah. I mean, and then who else? I mean, just think of how the Chicago Bulls back in the 90s ruined so many great teams' opportunities to make it to the championship. It's like these teams are great, but the Bulls and the Warriors are just this much greater.
But see, fans like now we're spoiled because if your favorite player doesn't get a ring, then everybody thinks less of their favorite player, and it shouldn't even be like that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't take away Dame's greatness just because he doesn't have a ring.
He finna get one now, though. He finna get one now.
I mean, I hope so, man. Like him and Giannis.
I got them over the Celtics.
All right, question. I was about to get into this question.
What's up?
All right. The Bucks. What's your prediction? If the Bucks and the Celtics met in the Eastern Conference Finals, best out of 7 series, who you got right now?
Bucks.
Yeah, if you took it right now, who do you have?
I got Bucks in 7.
The Bucks. I got the Bucks in 7 as well.
The only way the Celtics, I mean, Jason Tatum and Brown, they're gonna have to step up because there's no excuse why they lost to Miami last year. They were the better team. I mean, you got Jason freaking Tatum, like 6'9". I mean, that's the perfect player, yo. Like athlete, 6'9", can score at all 3 levels. Brown the same way. But like they lose games in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But
Man.
I mean, I'm gonna take the Bucks because y'all just don't know, bro. Dame's that dude, and now that Dame gonna be getting these open looks, Giannis is about to Giannis getting MVP.
And now nobody even talk about Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton was hurt last year. So look at it like this. In the playoffs, who has three of the best clutch players in the playoffs? Chris Middleton in the playoffs is clutch.
Right.
Yeah. His game like elevates in that atmosphere.
Playoff, Middleton balls out.
That middle range, that mid.
Yeah. Giannis, playoffs.
Giannis is about to be a problem. Giannis gonna be 30 a game off like 70% field goal percentage.
He ain't gotta shoot no threes, man. He ain't gotta shoot threes anymore like he was doing the last few years.
It's about to be straight dunks and
just bang in the paint.
Giannis.
Your center is Brook. Your center is Brook Lopez, like one of the best defensive players in the league and one of the best catch and shoot big men in the history of the league. So. I still got Milwaukee. I mean, I'm saying Porzingis, nice, but
he overrated to me.
Man, Porzingis is nice. We forgot about Porzingis, but you still have Lopez. He's got to match up with Lopez or Giannis, and I'm taking those two in that matchup.
You don't want Giannis.
And then, two Boston Celtics superstars. They haven't really shown me much in the playoffs, man.
They don't. They be shrinking.
Like Tatum and Brown. Not to say that they're not like great future Hall of Fame players, but they haven't had a playoffs where you're like those dudes just balled out.
They be shrinking.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Playoffs. So
shoot, good stuff, fellas. But let's roll into this college football. But yeah, that is like one of the more dynamic offseason trades we've seen in recent history for sure. All right.
Dollar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Time for some college football time. All right. So we had some big time college football games. Let's go ahead and get into prime time. Jay, go ahead. Give us the impersonation, bro. What did Coach Prime tell his team after this weekend?
Defense, y'all can't stop a nosebleed. I'm gonna just keep playing Shadir Sanders out there because he's the only thing I got that's worth a damn. I haven't lost back-to-back games ever in my life, ever in my prime time. So, hey, Colorado came back down to earth. Honestly, this is what I've seen since week 2. I mean, it was cool. Like, he brought college football back. It's good for the TV. It's good to see primetime, doing primetime things. He got his kids on the team, blah, blah, blah. But one thing that has been for sure, the entire college football season is this defense is bad. I mean, they look like high school kids out there. You don't see big guys. They're slow. They're not fast. They don't react to the ball quick enough. And they're playing these potent offenses. I mean, Oregon, potent. USC, definitely potent.
USC has the top offense in the nation, too.
I mean, they got the top quarterback in the nation. So, the score was close, but nah. USC, they could have ran this thing up if they wanted to on that defense, bro.
I mean, I know, but we're talking about all this, but like, who's the teams that he lost to? The last 2 teams that they lost to?
Oregon and USC.
Two top 10 teams.
Right.
Yeah, top 10 teams with 2 of the top quarterbacks in college football. So,
but with the hype they got, it was like they're gonna go undefeated. But realistically, I saw it. Like, their defense, even with Colorado State, like, their defense was giving up way too much for that. So, but that's why I said in the last episode, they got years to grow. People gonna want to come over there and play. They're gonna get better and better and better over time. Coach Prime's gonna get better. This is first year coaching.
Man, his coaching
in the
his coaching staff is gonna get better too.
Exactly. So
they already talking about Warren Sapp coming over to help.
Lord.
I was like,
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
I'm just saying. So
it starts in the trenches. But really, bro, This is about Caleb Williams, yo. That dude is, yo.
Mahomes-esque.
Number 1 draft pick.
Yo,
man.
That's a quarterback.
So we were watching the highlights last night so I hadn't watched the highlights from the game. I didn't get to see much, but he was rolling out to the side, or he was in the pocket presence, stepped up, like tiptoeing to the outside because the pressure wasn't heavy, keeping his eyes downfield. He just like torqued his body, and it's like he just threw it over his head like this. And the receiver caught it, jumped up, caught it, curved around for a touchdown. And the velocity he had on the ball, releasing it in that fashion was it's just like, bro, it looks like Mahomes, but it looks like Aaron Rodgers. You know how Aaron Rodgers the thing just leaves his hands as a dart.
You can just tell, like, what's going to translate from college to the NFL. The fact that he can sit in the pocket, process information, pass. I mean, college level is different, but, he know where he going with the ball. But then, like, the improv, just being able to still flip his hips, throw that ball with all that velocity. On the dime, too. Like, those things be accurate.
On a dime, dude. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, he balled out. He had 6 TDs?
Something like that.
Yeah,
6 TDs? Yeah, that's what's up.
Lincoln Riley does his thing when it comes to coaching quarterbacks, man. So Caleb is honestly the best prospect that he's coached too. Having somebody with that size, like that demeanor, like it's different. And I know you're a big Kyler fan, so you saw what he did with Kyler. And it's not even taking anything away with Kyler because he's done the same, man. Lincoln Riley can coach up a quarterback.
Need somebody like that. Need somebody like that in the NFL, man. A couple people need some help. Really?
A lot of people, man.
Yeah.
But Colorado, so their schedule cools down in the coming week. Let me see who they play.
Colorado?
Yeah. So that's the toughest part of their schedule right there. Those two teams.
I mean, their goal should be a New Year's Day bowl game. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not gonna be a college playoff team, but I mean their goal should be a New Year's Day bowl game.
And they can overachieve. Like I know I said that about their defense, but when you play 2 potent offenses like Oregon, USC back to back, then you go back down to whoever they play for the rest of their schedule, they're gonna be like, dang, they slow.
Yeah, they got Arizona State.
Dang, they small.
Yeah, Arizona State, then Stanford.
Oh yeah. That's some stump outs right there.
Yeah.
Back on the map, baby.
Then they got to follow up UCLA, Oregon State. Oh, they still got some tough games.
Definitely that Oregon State game, man.
They're gonna get 1 or 2 of them.
Washington State and Utah.
They're gonna get 1 or 2 of those wins, though. So
they're gonna beat at least one ranked team. I don't know. And then honestly, having them come back in the second half and play USC the way that they did after being down big, I mean that gives them confidence boost because I mean. I don't think Coach Prime said they were going to go undefeated, but he just always feels like he's going to win every game he coaches.
There you go.
Which every coach should want to feel the same way. He didn't say
prime time, baby.
So,
all right, sweet. All right, and then we had some other games. We had a banger in the SEC. Georgia beat Auburn 27-20. Auburn is always a popular cross-conference opponent for Georgia. They play them every other year. That's just one of those other cross-division rivalries that's just been in college football for a long time. Georgia, hey, those dogs, Jay, they showed that championship DNA. They were down 10-0 in the first half, came back down 17-10. Just kept doing their thing. This is a team that's used to being here. Kirby Smart, one of the best coaches in college football, doing his thing. And have y'all seen the play from that tight end, Brock Bowers? Number 19. Dude, he is a beast. he gets open, catches the ball, and that yak is serious. I mean, big, strong boy. They give it to him everywhere. You don't oftentimes see teams just giving the tight end the ball on the screen, bubble routes, in the backfield, in and around sweeps. But Brock Bowers is definitely a top 5 pick in this upcoming draft. Now, watch. Top 10 for sure. Maybe positionally because of his position, maybe not top 5, and maybe teams have learned from the Kyle Pitts. The Kyle Pitts pick up from the Atlanta Falcons. And it's like, oh, he Hall of Fame. I remember them saying that in the draft profiles. Oh, this is the Hall of Fame talent right here at tight end. But Brock Bowers is definitely a top 10 pick in this upcoming draft.
If you use Kyle Pitts correctly, he can be something serious, but Atlanta just don't know. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So after this week, I knew
talent.
So Georgia still stayed number 1 in the rankings, of course, in the AP rankings. However, I knew this being a close game. Auburn was unranked, but they were like 3-1. That's a strong SEC team still. I knew other teams were going to get first place votes. Finally, Georgia didn't take all the first place votes for this week. But hey, this is a tough SEC rivalry, and that's what I expected from a team like Auburn. And you look at number 2 Michigan, they bust down Matt Rule's Nebraska. Your boy Matt Rule, Uncle D.
I hate that guy as a coach, not personal. I hate that guy as a coach.
Hey, that man gotta get paid. Gotta get paid.
Man, he's going out there. Those corn Huskies is getting waxed, man. They will never. He's never going to run a program the way he did in Baylor. Never. I'm sorry. You guys realize, like, it is completely different to be outside of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You can recruit the number 3, number 4 prospects in Texas and have a decent team. He's trying to recruit in Nebraska, man.
Yeah, recruiting's big too.
As soon as they cross the border, they like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah,
because I ran into one guy I think he was from Alabama. He was a Bama fan. He was mentioning UAB.
Yeah.
You know, the Dragons. He was saying, oh, yeah, a lot of guys that don't get into Bama or Auburn, you know, they're still really good players. And, you know, there are a lot of hometown guys. They still want to stay in their state.
Yeah.
They'll go off to play at UAB. And then, same thing with Baylor and all. I mean, Texas has so many top college.
TCU,
TCU, Texas Tech,
Texas A&M.
S&M
is in SMU.
Okay, yeah, they're there. Okay, yeah. So just think of the guys that didn't make it into Texas or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, they're still really good players. You know, probably overlooked because there's so many great players in Texas. They trail off to Baylor, and that same recruiting power is definitely not going to be there in Nebraska. Now, Nebraska historically is a great college football program, but
like
you got to get with the times now. Yeah.
Got to get with the times now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Michigan beat that butt. Michigan beat that butt. But that quarterback, what's his name?
JJ McCarthy.
Hey, Shelf, he's serious too. That man, that's a quarterback too. And
that's what Michigan has been missing for so long.
Man, it starts with size, yo. When you look at a quarterback, and
what's so funny?
When you look at
me, man.
I'm not, man. When you look at a quarterback and you see his size, and you say, okay, he can stand in the pocket, and he can make delivery, he can make throws, he can get hit. Then we see he roll out the pocket, still with the same athleticism, and make those, torquey throws, with accuracy, et cetera, et cetera. You can say, okay, that's a quarterback. I ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing like that, but JJ McCarthy looked real good. Like he can be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the draft.
I mean, Jim Harbaugh is a good coach too. People still sleep on Jim Harbaugh being a good coach in NFL.
That's John.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's Jim. No, it's Jim.
That's
You're
Jim.
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Man,
Sorry.
you throw me off. Yeah, Jim
My
Harbaugh has been a good coach in NFL and in college football. So there's not many people other than Pete Carroll that can say the same thing.
Now,
Wasn't he suspended?
for
He
3
now,
years,
right?
man, he bought a kid a hamburger or something. It was some dumb. It was something really stupid.
He was probably still at
Something.
the games. He was probably in a suit or something.
Right now, he was in this little sewer. Nah, he was under the field, bro. They got a little trap door with the turf coming up that thing like this.
You crazy.
And like looking like that. Hey, bro, with the binoculars, like
I formation, halfback duo, left side.
Hey, wearing the same thing on khaki pants, or is that the brother that's him that wears the khaki pants, right?
The khaki pants.
So I watched the story. So his wife buys him those khaki pants from Walmart.
Why you laughing?
Just the fact that this is a part of the show, man.
Like, I'll never forget. Every time I see him in those khaki pants, I'm like, his wife bought him those khaki pants from Walmart.
Hey, that's how you get them W's.
So yeah, so one proponent they've been missing. So they recruit decent, but you're not going to recruit the very tip top best in Michigan. Like their recruitment classes aren't going to be as good as Bama, Georgia, Clemson, and whatnot. But they still have put together a good team, specifically in the trenches, the offensive linemen getting that push. Now, I feel like the one proponent that he's been at the top tier, but they come short in the college playoff semis quite often. The one proponent he is missing is that superstar quarterback, man. I feel like when Harbaugh gets that superstar quarterback, that's when he's going to win that championship. You look at Dabo Swinney, both of his championships came with Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you even look at, Bama, they've been doing it for so long. I want to say Mac Jones, but, bro, he had everybody.
That's the number one high school recruit, though.
Who's that? Quarterback?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is JJ or no?
No, it's not JJ. JJ's good.
They have the dude out of North Carolina. He's playing, I think, in Charlotte Christian or something like that. But
really,
he's nice. He's going to Michigan.
Shoot, I kind of want to go see him play.
Cam was his mentor. Cam Newton was his mentor. So
okay,
high school quarterback.
I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna check him out. Shoot, I'm gonna try to go see. Let's try to go see him play.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, they had a big thing when he announced where he was going.
But yeah, I feel like that quarterback and take you over the top is really what Jim Harbaugh has been missing in his college football coaching career. All right. So what else we got? So I want to just touch on Texas a little bit, man. I think the Longhorns are back. They just beat up on Kansas, and they play Oklahoma, the Red River rivalry this weekend. Oklahoma's number 12, undefeated. And looking at this schedule, this is the toughest game they have left remaining on the schedule. Of course, they got a game with Kansas State. We know Kansas State comes to play. Great head coach, upset teams over the years. And they also play TCU. But Texas beats Oklahoma, man. I don't see anybody really stopping them in the Big 12. And I'm making a prediction. I believe Texas will be in the college football playoffs because of the strength of the schedule, how they beat Alabama convincingly, even though I know folks are saying this is a down year for Bama. And also, just because it's been so long for Texas and, knowing the money they have, the name Texas is, it's just time they come back to the top tier of college football.
I mean, I think it'd be funny you see USC and Texas in the national championship.
That'll be sweet. That will be sweet, man. There's gonna be so many Rose Bowl references.
Yeah, man.
From Vince Young and Bush.
That'll set the stage for Caleb Williams.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
To ball out.
Hopefully he wins the back. Heisman is actually looking like it's gonna be him for only the second quarterback ever to go back to back. So
then when he go to the NFL, who drafts him?
I know it's not going to be Carolina.
Dog, who is going to get him? Like
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
Chicago's going to draft him. I mean, regardless, Chicago's going to have the number 1 pick and possibly the number 2 or number 3 pick. They're going to draft him.
That's wild.
They can trade Justin Fields and actually have a ton of weapons, clean out their entire staff. Man, I might as well be their GM, man.
Because actually, they're going to get some picks. Not a first round, but they'll get some picks for Justin Fields. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Justin Fields is definitely if this season projects to be as it has been, Justin Fields is definitely going to get another chance.
If Justin Fields was coached by Pete Carroll, he wouldn't be looking like that, man. I'm sorry.
Pete Carroll or Sean Payton. Sean Payton might try to be like, man,
I'd rather have Justin Fields than the Russ.
Yeah.
He's young. At least he's young. I'd rather have Justin Fields than what's my little dude who plays for the Jets.
I was about to say, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, the Zach Wilson.
Interesting. All right.
Go ahead, J-Bo. What you thinking?
I'm good.
All right.
Who else I'd rather have him?
I'm good.
All right, bro, chill out, bro. All right, so with that, we're going to roll right into the Chicago Bears and the Broncos game. So we're about to kick off the NFL segment of We the Champs. All right, so
trash.
It was a battle of the
they was getting it in though.
They were, bro. They was like, it's our chance. Bro, I remember in middle school I played football. Like we were bad. It was my 8th grade. I was hitting though, bro. Hey, I was stumping. And we were like 1-4, and it was Spirit Creek. That was the name of the middle school. They were winless too. And our coach was like, this is our chance. It's our chance to win. Bro, we went down 14-0 at halftime. And I remember I had lit somebody up that game. And we came back. We recovered onside kick, everything. And, bro, we ended up winning that game like 15-0. And,
nice.
But
15,
we were the
14.
15-14. Oh, yeah, right.
That man said 0. Yeah.
But, I mean, the metaphor here is that we were the 2 worst teams in the county, and we have arguably the 2 worst teams, minus the Panthers, in the NFL, and the Broncos and Bears. This was a game the Bears should have won, and they threw away. They were up 21-0, and the sad part about this was it was Justin Fields' best game yet as a passer.
He played great in the first half.
Look, man, he was 28-35, 335 yards, 4 TDs. However, he did have 2 turnovers, that pick to end the game, and the fumble 6 the Broncos had gotten. Man. And then Russell Wilson played fairly decent too.
Russ hasn't played that bad this season, man.
He hasn't. The Broncos, I don't know.
They're bad. They're just bad overall.
They just don't have the personnel, especially. I don't know. I really don't know, man. They got Judy. They got Sutton. They got Pat Surtain on defense. Do they still have? Do they have any edge rushers? I don't know if they got any edge rushers.
They sent Bradley Chubb in Miami.
Anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to give credit to Chicago because it was looking bad to the start of the season. And then for them to come out there and they was striking. Fields was striking.
Hey, look, bro. It was these just as bad as us. Let's do it. They just as bad as us. Let's do it.
They put some work in for that week. I mean, DJ Moore was getting the ball. I mean, he had a great game, 8 receptions, over 100 yards. He had a great catch for a touchdown. So Chicago was striking, but to lose it in the fashion that they lost it in, that was pretty bad, man. Fields,
fire everybody.
Yeah, he fumbled.
Bro,
That was a bad fumble.
Fumble 6.
That was a bad fumble, man.
Now,
ain't the worst one I've seen this weekend.
Yeah,
man,
that was a bad fumble.
All
But
right,
you're
I know
right,
what
though.
you
Both
talking
teams are
about.
bad.
Now, question. Now, the game. So the Bears had the game in their hand. You know, they had the decision. It's 28-28. You kick the field goal with a minute and some change. 2 minutes left. Yeah, a little over 2 minutes left, or a minute and some change. 4th and 1. It's like you either go for it, convert, the game's over, or you kick the field goal, go up 31-28, and Matt Eberflus, defensive coach, make your money, send your defense out there and stop the Broncos offense. And they tried to run a power run, got stuff. Russell Wilson and them got down the field, kicked the field goal, tried to come back. Justin Fields threw a pick. Now, I think that was the wrong decision or the right decision to go for it on that 4th down?
No, it was right.
It was the right decision.
I'm not mad at it. It was right. Maybe a different play call. That was a long one. It was 4th and 1, right?
4th and 1.
That was a long one. I say put it in Justin's hands. Try to make something happen.
Really? I mean, I know I get it. And y'all are like, this new wave of analytics and all this stuff and whatever. Just make the right play. You had a chance to score.
Take the lead.
There's not much time left. Let your defense do their damn job.
Their defense is bad though. Like
their defense is bad.
Their defense is worse.
The offense, bro.
Their defense is worse.
Their
defense
is
the really
first time
bad.
their offense looked like a real team this whole season, really. So their defense isn't. They're both bad, but I'm just saying, let the defense do their job.
I would have kicked. I would have kicked.
You would have kicked too?
Yeah.
Go for it.
But I wouldn't have been too worried. I wouldn't have been worried about a touchdown. You know, I felt like in my head, worst case scenario would have been the field. They would have kicked the field goal too, and then we had overtime.
It would have been a tie either way.
I don't know. 4th and 1, you take a shot for it. Go for it.
And then you know, you got to think like the psyche of the team. It's like, all right, we went down here and did something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're looking at your opportunity risk. Yeah, we would be singing a different song if they did get the first down. Like, oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, you tell your team you believe, you trust in them, and let's go for it. But I mean, the defense is half the team too. So,
but the last few weeks we've seen that not work, man. Like even with we were talking about the Chargers last week did the same thing. So like it just didn't.
The Chargers, boy,
the Chargers seem like they do that every other week. So
look, the thing is, the entire narrative of this team is about Justin Fields, and he is playing the best game of his professional career passing wise. Give him a chance to win the game for you. And I think that's just what a head coach mind was with that. And the defense is gonna have to get a start either way, whether they convert it or if they don't convert. Because if you convert, you get a fresh new set of downs. And let's say you get stuffed in, you still kick the field goal. But I mean, I'm not mad at the call at all. I think it was a good call to try to put the game in. I mean, they didn't even put it in Fields' hands though. Maybe a different play call, but I mean, that goes to show how bad the Bears are. They don't know their personnel. They still got some things to work through. But good for the Broncos. Good for Sean Payton and them to get that win finally.
Man, forget Sean Payton. Good for Russ. I'm
good
tired
for
of everybody
Russ.
Blaming Russ for everything, man.
Good for Russ. He looked good.
Sean Payton going out there getting smashed by 70 points. You know what I'm saying? Russ wasn't playing defense. But,
he ain't out there playing.
Playing defense. So hopefully, I mean, that's a turning point, man. I feel bad for a quarterback who has had such a great career running to the last 2 years, and now everybody just treats him like he's washed or everything else he's done in his career. So, I mean,
I still got love for Russ because at the end of the day, he played for Seattle his entire career. Then he goes to a whole new team, whole new concept, whole new setup with Nathaniel Hackett. Then he gets another coach who erases everything he learned last year to implement a whole new system.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still got to grow on him. He still has to adapt to these changes with injuries, everywhere. But Denver, their defense, man, they need some help because
they need it. They need a lot, bro.
You gave up 70 to Miami. You gave up, and then you gave up a quick 28-3 game to the Bears, who were struggling, and that's alarming.
Hey Jay, what like the Broncos the number 1, number 2 defense in the league like 2 years ago?
Last year
There was number 1 defense.
Well, they were up there. So what happened was they were like the top. It was like one of the top defenses, like number 1, number 2, number 3. But then they checked out when it was like whatever. But top tier defense last year, for sure.
Something's wrong over there, especially on that side of the ball, because they didn't even change their defensive coordinator.
Nah, man, I don't know.
All right. Let's move on to the next big topic. So we had the hot Miami Dolphins. Like the Dolphins were just getting it in, bro.
And then we had sizzling.
Then we had the big brother in the AFC East, Mr. Josh Allen, fellas. Busting them down 48-20.
Hold on. No.
What
about Tua?
I like
Tua's up there too. But Josh Allen, that dude, bro, come on now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, the Bills own the Dolphins for the last so-and-so games. We already know who the big boys of the AFC East are. And I remember Jay, you and me, when we did the preseason division predictions, we had the Bills number 1. And I mean, we pretty much said they're number 1 until that title is knocked off. So I feel like us, for the most part, didn't really fall for the speed, the fast, speed, Mike McDaniels. Gosh, bro, all these analysts on Mike McDaniels jock strap, bro. Goodness gracious. But I mean, the Dolphins is still a really good, blazing fast offensive team, but I like that the Bills knocked them down to earth, and we really get to see some real football and not college track meets.
Oh man, that sounds like a whole bunch of hating.
Bro.
Go ahead,
I know, bro. It's fun to see, but I'm just like, man, because I was saying, all right, Jay has always been more so on the Bills side than Josh Allen, and I'd be like, no, Pat Mahomes in the Chiefs. But I mean, I feel like I'm just seeing it how it is. I don't like how, especially with y'all, man. Y'all was like, Josh Allen. You said Josh Allen and Dak Prescott like the same. I'm like, bro, what? But but nah, man, Josh Allen's one of the more exciting guys to watch. And I like to see this win. Just to humble a team really quickly. But it was a good matchup. For sure.
Chef, anything?
All right, I'll say this. What month is this?
September. No, October now.
Yeah, that game was in September. The Bills in September, October are historically one of the best teams in the NFL. Period. Hands down. Over the last.
That's a take.
Josh Allen has been the quarterback of the Bills. They've been one of the best teams in September, October. They're going to continue to be that, right? And then they always hit their stride. And then Josh Allen's looking like the MVP, whatever. And then it's going to be a Sunday night game. And he's going to have 3 interceptions. And then everybody's going to say he turns the ball over every week. It's happened every year. And so, cool. Josh Allen, top 5 quarterback. Cool. He ain't better than Lamar Jackson. And so it is what it is. They beat.
I gotta disagree. I think Josh Allen better than Lamar Jackson.
They beat a division opponent.
Jay, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I agree. Like, well, I would say Josh over Lamar, but I mean, yeah, we've seen this story. We've seen Josh Allen just be balling at the beginning of the season, MVP caliber player, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, like I said, when it starts to count, things get a little tight. You're going to start seeing those red zone picks and Josh Allen trying to bully his way to the end zone, fumbling, da-da-da-da-da. So, you know, I'm gonna hold off on the Josh Allen hype a little bit. But my focus is Miami's defense. They're not that good. And I said that last week. They don't look that good. The offense, still Miami, still top notch. And really the scoreboard is a little misleading because it was closer than 48-20. The Bills just started to put it on them in the end. But during the game, it was like 14-7, 21-14. And Miami got stopped a couple drives, and the Bills just kept going in. So Miami, if the defense can't stop anybody and they play a team with a good defense, they're gonna struggle like they did with the Bills. They lost Tre'Davious White too for the season.
And then one thing, they lost White, but then you got to take into account the defense. They're getting pressure with only 4 pass rushers. Who was it? Ed Oliver was getting it to it pretty good. Mm-hmm. What I said Oliver, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what did it sound like I said?
Oliver. You're all right, though. It's all good. We good.
Well, yeah, seeing the defense play downhill is pretty. That's pretty fun to see too. But like you said, it is a division rivalry. The Bills have owned them for the past so and so seasons and whatnot. And Josh Allen has thrown 2+ touchdowns in all of those in like the last 12 games against the Dolphins. But it's in division rivalry. Who knows you better than your divisional opponents? So the next game is going to be in what, Miami later this season?
Should be.
Okay.
Later this season. But see, like the Bills, looking at their schedule, like this is the thing too. They're always set up. They're set up for like this nice run. So like next game, they got the Jaguars who aren't playing that well. Then they're gonna follow that up with the Patriots. Then they're gonna bully the Buccaneers, and then they got the Broncos. And then everybody's like, Josh Allen is putting up on
CJ, that's what I was saying, man.
Hey, bro, look, one thing. Look, I'm taking all my words. I'm putting all my words out there. Bro, I ran into like 3 or 4 Buffalo Bills fans yesterday and the day before, bro, and they hyped me up too. They was like, yeah, man, yeah. I went to the comic book store. My homie is a Bills fan. Hey,
because weren't they number 1 in the AFC last year?
Number 1, were they the number 1 seed?
Yeah.
No, the Chiefs were.
The Chiefs were the number 1 seed. I thought the Bills were the number 1 seed.
No, the Bills played Miami in that
that's right.
that wild card game.
Okay.
What about the year before the Bills?
The year before they were the number 1 seed.
Maybe
what happened? What happened? No, yeah, right. Because the Chiefs had to go play them, and remember it was that game where Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce got the ball up the field in like 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Bills they've done this before. They go on the street, they be like 7-1 or like 8-1 at the midway mark of the season. I don't know. They just got to tie it all up. They look pretty good this year, especially with the front 4 being their pass rush, and they don't have to like blitz and stuff like that. But I mean, we got to see it. They running the ball more. James Cook looks good.
He's been very effective, even catching out the backfield. Definitely an upgrade from, bro. They had Singletary for so long. Definitely an upgrade from that for sure.
Stephon Diggs, Dalton Kincaid. So yeah, the Bills.
I mean, I got a hot take for y'all, man.
What's up?
They're gonna win the next 4 games, right? I mean, they're gonna beat Jacksonville.
Who they play the next 4 games?
They
play Jacksonville, Broncos.
Where they play Jacksonville at
Buffalo.
Okay.
They're gonna beat Jacksonville. They're gonna beat the Giants. They're gonna beat the Patriots.
They got the Giants.
They're gonna kill the Giants, bro.
They're gonna beat all them teams.
They play the Patriots.
Yeah, then the Patriots, and then the Buccaneers. Right, so then they got the weighted record, right? But then they're gonna play a hobbled up, broken down Bengals on a Sunday night game.
Ooh.
What's gonna happen? They're gonna lose.
Hey, when you done with this, roll into the Bengals. That's the next topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose to this broken down Bengals team because by November 5th, even if Cincinnati is out of the playoff picture, they're gonna play spoiler and they're gonna show up big time because that's what your boy does. Who's the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals? Who's hurt right now?
Taught that.
Who isn't playing well, but don't sleep. He's just hurt. This dude that y'all have as a quarterback of the Bills in big games, he doesn't show up. But you know
y'all, this Jalen quarterback.
You know who shows up?
Who's that?
Mr. Joe Shiesty.
Joe Thorough.
Joe Thorough.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
hey, that's a clip. That's a clip. Your whole hot take. That's a clip. I notated.
So Cincinnati, bad year. Like receivers out there looking angry, they're looking frustrated. Joe Burrow can't get the ball to him. He's looking hobbled, but he's still out there playing. I mean, it is what it is right now at this point. But still, it's still hard for me to say that they won't get hot like they've done the last 3 years. Right now, I would say they're not going to make the playoffs. But again, they're going to spoil a lot of people's seasons this year, and hopefully they can get healthy.
So my thing with the Bengals right now is, I mean, they're 1-3, right?
Yep.
So I mean, like it started off slow last year. However, the issues or the problems they're facing right now are more dire than how they have been before. I mean, you got the hurt Burrow. Who knows how that can get better, if it can get better, or if it'll get worse. This old line's not. Yeah, T. Higgins. You got the offensive line that's playing bad. I mean, you look at the law of averages. Offensive line has always played bad, but how much longer can they play bad? How many more times can they play bad and Joe Burrow still be upright? Right. I mean, did you see him Sunday against the Titans, bro? He was getting fucked up. And then, and it's one thing if you're losing close games. So they won the one game against who they beat, the Rams, right?
Yeah.
And they got blown out against the Browns 24-3. And then in week 4, most recently, they got blown out by the Titans 27-3. You know, the close games are small margins. You know, like I'm looking at the Giants right now. The Giants are losing close games. It's like, damn, come on, Giants, y'all good. Y'all gonna get it right. But the Giants are getting bust down, bro. So that means there's even the margins, the losing margins are even bigger. So the margin for error the Cincinnati Bengals has going forward is like it's tight. So I mean they can get hot, but you know how many mistakes can they make as far as getting hot down the road and trying to become a playoff team? Now I see my outlook on it is that they're going to be like a 9-7 or 10-6 team and miss the playoffs by like one game or like a tiebreaker.
That's what I'm seeing the same thing.
Why should it be like a tiebreaker to the Titans or some shit?
The next game they play the Cardinals next. Should be a W. That should help them get healthy.
Should that? I don't know, man.
Should I didn't say it was. I said it should.
Where they playing at? They playing in Cincy or Arizona?
They're playing in Arizona.
Ooh.
They're playing in Arizona. But I'm saying it should. I didn't say it was going to. But out of the winnable games, I mean, the Cardinals, they have the same record as them.
So, who they got after the Cardinals?
Oh, the Seahawks.
They do? It's the Seahawks?
Yeah, they got the Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers at the end of October.
That might be Burrow's last game. But
the reason I asked, all right, let me really break this thing down to y'all, man.
Go ahead.
First off,
hot take, Jay.
First off, they played the Browns. The Browns are a really good team. All right. Now they got injury. They lost Chubb. Deshaun Watson didn't play this Sunday because of a shoulder injury. But that ain't no easy game. All right, cool. So you lose against the Browns, first game of the season. All right. Jalen want to panic. Jalen want to, oh Lord, what's going on? Then they lose a nail biter to the Ravens, 27-24. The Ravens are a good team. However, they competed in that game. That game went down to the wire. Okay, cool. They lose that game. They 0-2. Oh, Lord. Jalen see something. Jalen think he on to something. All right, cool. They go and beat the Rams, who ain't a bad team. They well coached. They just got a good W this weekend. But they beat the Rams. They got that W, 19-16, with the hurt Burrow. Burrow's been hurt the whole time. Let's not forget that. And lastly, they play a physical Titans team they're pissed because they got steamrolled by the Browns last week with arguably a top 5 coach, Mike Vrabel. And, they dug themselves into a hole, 28-3. So it's a W. It's an L for the Bengals those last 3 games. And so you're looking ahead in the schedule. They don't have get-right games. Like you just talked about the Bills. They get to play the Broncos, the Patriots, the Giants, right? But the Bengals, they got to play the Niners and Seahawks. Seahawks look hot. Yeah. Niners are the hottest team on the block. And the Cardinals, who's playing some good football. So, yeah, the Bengals have an uphill battle. But at the end of the day, they still have Joe Shiesty, who can, you know what I'm saying, I think
he keep him upright, man.
His legs getting better. It's not like it's getting worse. It's getting better. He just can't move around like he can. And
he has to move around.
He has to move around
with that offensive line.
And it's coming. It's coming. But
not if he keep getting hit.
We don't have to panic yet. That's what I'm trying to get to. We don't have to panic yet. They got time.
I'm thinking they missed. I'm thinking
red alert.
Especially with the division. I mean, the Browns are falling because they're getting injuries, man. Deshaun Watson hurt his shoulder. I don't even know if he can play next week. They lost Chubb. They're not the same team. The Steelers are very, very bad. And I don't think the Ravens is that good. They just lost to the Colts. They keep getting injured everywhere. They lost some defensive players this Sunday. So the Bengals have a chance to get – the Bengals have a chance to win some of these division games. Right. So, hey, man, just dial back on that $280 million quarterback.
You're right.
Jamar Chase, you going to get the ball, Chase, since you didn't cuss out the reporters about it. We're finna give you 12 targets next Sunday. So, hey, man, everybody just chill. Joe Cool got this. Joe Thorough, I like what you said.
If there's one quarterback that I would want to have that's losing right now at the beginning of the season with the opportunity to get my team on a winning streak,
Joe Thorough.
It's Joe Thorough. It's either Pat Mahomes or Joe Thorough to dig my team out of a hole.
Yeah. So, he finna pick apart. Who next? Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a good game. He hasn't had a good game this season. Like he's due for a big game.
Him and Chase done already cussed out a reporter. Yeah. We ready. They ready. Sorry. We. I said we. Go ahead, Jay, man. My bad. I just had to.
Nah, bro. I was your
lay on you, man. I had to lay you on. You over there talking about the margin of error. Man, bro, get out of here with that analytical mess.
All right. So we had another close call in Lincoln Field. The Eagles beat the Commanders 34-31.
Good game.
So this looked like a quote unquote get right game for the Eagles offense. Jalen Hurts out there slanging it, coming out of the pocket, juking motherfuckers out their shoes, bro. Just beautiful football, like looking sick. And then your favorite receiver, AJ Brown, up there just killing them, bro, through the air. So the one, wouldn't say controversial or whatever, Ron Rivera, they scored a touchdown to Jahan Dotson with in the regulation. You can kick a field goal, go for 2 to win the game on the road against a big favorite. And he chooses to kick the field goal and go to overtime against arguably, not even arguably, for surely the better team. Guys, do you think Ron Rivera made the right decision or he made the wrong decision to kick the field goal and bang in overtime?
For me, I think wrong decision for that time.
Yeah.
What? Really?
That's such a thing. They always say the underdogs have to just go for the kill shot, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, don't shoot the 2-pointer and tie the ball game up. Shoot that 3-pointer and win the game if you're a road dog, especially a big underdog.
I mean, they were underdogs, but they went toe to toe with them boys.
Yeah, but
the entire game.
Yeah, but Sam Howell was hot though. Sam Howell was cooking. He was
They
cooking
went-
that game.
They went toe to toe with them.
The thing is, all right, so you look at it like this. It's like, all right, cool. We're hot. We just scored this touchdown on the road. We're the underdogs. You go for 2 with your hot offense. You get the 2. You win the game. Hey, praise coming down. Hey, yeah. Ron Rivera. Hey, Riverboat Ron, you living up to your name. All right. Same scenario. You do it. You don't get it. Hey, that was a good game. The media is not gonna come at him like that, and the fan base isn't gonna come at him like that for not going for 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look at it, it's a win, and it's a moral win if you go for the 2-point conversion, whether you score it or you don't score it. You don't go for the 2-point conversion, kick the field goal, losing overtime. It's like, damn, why didn't you do that? But hey
man. I think Coach Ron is coaching himself out of a job, man. I mean,
damn.
You got Eric Bieniemy just sitting right there, just ready to take that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real, that was really Bieniemy's like. Wow.
So why everybody agrees the Commanders have a decent football team. Everybody agrees they have a decent football team. If those dudes are below 500 after 8 games, man, Coach Ron, they have a built-in replacement. He was about to get fired last year, man. And I've never seen a coach kiss butt of a new owner the way that I've seen Coach Ron just kissing up each week for their new owner. He's like, hey, here's the game ball. We can't do this without this new ownership. Yeah, we know James Snyder was a horrible human being. We all know that. Man. So Eric Bieniemy, hey, who has had the most impact on that team? Eric Bieniemy, making sure he has a quarterback who can actually move the ball and sling that rock. Man, I think he did with Pat Mahomes. So, shout out to Coach Ron Rivera. Great story, keep pounding, all that good stuff. But like, you can tell he's coaching tight. He's coaching tight because he feels that pressure of it's that last ride. And maybe they'll move him into the front office or something like that. Maybe he won't get fired or something like that. Maybe they can move him into another position. But I don't see him being on that sideline next year. Just saying.
I won't disagree with what you said because, I mean, it kind of feels like, what does Ron Rivera do now? Now that, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he still coaching up the defense? But the defense ain't really all that. It's straight, but it ain't all that. But the point is, the Commanders are a good football team. They're gonna be over 500 because they're good. They're actually pretty good, especially go toe to toe with the Eagles like that. But the offensive schemes, like I said, the offense looks completely different from last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But that's why, I don't think they can't, the spread said, what, -7, -9, what was it, -8, something like that.
I think it was like 8.5.
So, yeah, the Eagles were super favorites. I don't know why. But the Commanders,
the Commanders always played them well.
We said that last week too.
They gave them their first L.
Well. We knew they was gonna play them well, and they did. They played that game great. And I mean, yeah, you could go for 2 for the W, but the way they played that game, why not go into overtime? Give yourself a chance to get the ball back. I mean, who knows what happens in overtime? But the way they was moving the ball, they could have scored and win the game that way too. So I don't think it was a right or wrong call. But
did they get the ball first?
Yes.
Yeah, they got the ball first. Yeah,
they got the ball first. Eagles stepped up and came away with it. But I do agree with you. He definitely feeling that pressure because Eric Bieniemy came in and he got that offense right, and they look good. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the field goal was a bad call. I just think he was giving himself a chance to go into overtime and win the game.
Man, your nickname is Riverboat Ron. You moving scared, man. You moving.
You still get the moral victory, even because you went in as huge underdogs and you still competed. Like you pushed them boys to the brink.
But I'm saying, bro, like if we're over here, all of us agreed last week that the Reds, or sorry, don't even need to say that name. The Commanders had a good team, had a team that was good enough to beat Philly, and we all agreed that last week. So if we all agreed that, like everybody in that organization knows that too, the players know that too. Mm-hmm. So it's his job to make sure he's setting them up to win. It's no moral victory when you know that your team had a real shot at winning that game.
Yeah.
All right.
They gonna be over 500. So I don't even care who on their schedule.
I mean, they should be. If they're not, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
All right. I actually had them finishing second in the division ahead of the Cowboys, which I still think that's possible. I know that's possible.
I want to see them.
All right. And speaking on the Cowboys, the Cowboys bullied the Patriots to a 38-3 victory. Yes, we do. We do have to talk about this. The Patriots getting what they deserve after all that cheating they did over the years. Bill Belichick getting what he deserved.
But Jay, let's not do
all the Super Bowls they done taken from us. Jay, come on, you with me on this? All the Super Bowls they done taken 28-3, bro. 28-3, bro. Come on, now.
It hurt.
Hey,
shoot, man.
What I see is this, man. It does make me understand that Tom Brady must have been that dude, man.
I told you, Jay.
Tom Brady was that
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Bill Belichick, but, man, look at what's his record with Tom Brady? What's his record without Tom Brady?
It's been 3 or 4 years, too, and they still suck.
So
even before he had Tom Brady, he wasn't out there killing the game. So, and then what did Tom Brady do without him?
Gave him 5 chips.
Got himself a chip.
He got himself a chip without him.
Yep.
And then still made the playoffs.
So, I mean, you look at the Patriots or whatever. So they had Bledsoe. Bledsoe went down. Brady stepped in. Much of this team was defensive based and, competent offense and Brady clutchness. Like that's the story. The defense and Brady clutchness throughout everything. They had the super powered teams with Randy Moss and them. So you look until the very end of Brady's tenure was so they made the playoffs every year except for the Matt Castle year. They still went 11-5, which is bonkers. But they had a good offensive talent around him. The worst Brady team in this whole period at the Patriots was the final season where he wasn't throwing to anybody. Yet they still made the playoffs. And I remember his last throw was that pick 6 against the Titans. It's like, all right, cool. That's how good they were with Brady and no help around Brady. Then you bring in Mac Jones. They went 10-7, made the playoffs. All right, cool. And then after that, it was just they had Cam Newton the first year after Brady.
Yeah, Cam, and then they had Mac.
Then they had Mac. And then you look at how many years has it been without Brady? 4? This the fourth?
This is the 4th year.
This is the 4th year.
But I blame Belichick what he did to Mac Jones, man. He put those knuckleheads around him. What, Matt Patricia last year was their offensive coordinator.
I thought Belichick was.
No, he had defensive minded coach was the one calling plays, bro. So
what kind of shit is that? What is that?
So he set him back, man. He set Mac Jones back, and then so now you got Bill O'Brien out there trying to correct like all the stuff that Mac Jones picked up last year in a situation where he wasn't even being coached. They had Joe Judge and Matt Patricia calling plays last year for the offense, not the defense. So yeah, I blame Bill on this, man. He's trying to show that he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, it's like I said with the it's just like you're so smart that you just completely missing the mark. I mean, look at and then the personnel, bro. They ain't got nobody, bro. Ramondre Stevenson. That's the only. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson. And partially Hunter Henry. That's the only good offensive players they have. Offensive skill players they have on this team. And Mac Jones is. I'm not even ruling Mac Jones out. I think Mac Jones is a solid NFL quarterback. Not like right there, maybe an average or slightly above average. I mean, bro, look, if you put Mac Jones in Miami, Mac Jones is gonna play good football.
And he ain't gonna play like Tua, but he's gonna play good football.
He's gonna play good football. But you look at it now, dude. He has nothing. He has nothing.
He's gonna complete some passes.
I don't know. Mac ain't never do it for me, man. I don't even know why he was in that. What was he like? The 6th pick? What was he?
No, he's 15th.
You know why? He tested good on that test they take, man.
and he's a Bama quarterback, but. I mean, I'm gonna make it short. Like the Patriots never been good with getting offensive talent anyway. Like they had Welker, Elderman, and Gronk, and they brought in Randy Moss. But over the years, they've been bringing in these old players who are on their way out the league. They brought Cam Newton in on the way out. They brought Juju. Like, okay, yeah, but come on now. You know Juju ain't all that. Why did they sign Ezekiel Elliott? I don't know. So yeah, they be bringing in big names like they about to I don't know, like they about to do something with it or something like that.
Big washed names.
And so yeah, Tom Brady elevated all those.
Hey, washed like hell, bro. Oh my god!
But they always do that though. They brought in Randy Moss. That was like the only player that made sense. But again, you had Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. over there, so it makes a difference. And so now you got a quarterback who's to me, never been that good. Like he wasn't that good with Bama. Like he had weapons, and the year they made the playoffs, they weren't that good. And so, I mean, yeah, you've been trying to throw the Kendrick Bourne the past 2 years. You brought in Juju, but it's just about the defense. So the Patriots, like you said, Jay, I'm glad that they, suffering. But I think it's time for just a change. It's time to get Belichick out of there.
Bro, they gotta blow that up.
It's time to get him out of there.
He needs to just go off in the sunset, man. Just go play with your grandkids or something, man. Like, I need you to relax. You're like, look at Pete Carroll. All right, so Pete Carroll is older than Bill Belichick. Mm-hmm. You don't even realize that, man, because Pete Carroll still looks like he's having fun. He's still out there with players, still coaching, developing people, man. He still looks like he loves what he does.
Yeah, Belichick looks stressed, boy. I can't even make the face that he making, bro.
And it's like one thing having Belichick as your coach and, feeling that pressure and the darkness or whatever.
He probably be trying to make him laugh.
It's one way to have it like that, but you think of the past, at least it was like that and they were winning. Mm-hmm. Now it's like that and they just getting bust down, bro. It's definitely time for a change.
Hey man, you a free agent. Are you trying to go play in New England where it's cold? It's cold, super cold. And then you got that strict old dude in your face every day. Are you trying to do that?
Hell no.
I'm not trying to do it.
Be like, please don't trade me there, bro. Please.
Well, I think it's crazy. We talk about the Patriots and ain't say nothing about the Cowboys.
Man, this is a typical Cowboys beating up on a weak team type deal.
All right, we're
man.
all on the same page. All right, cool. Hey, that's a clip. That's a clip.
All right, bro. I really didn't have. I didn't have any take on the Cowboys coming into this. Coming into this recap, bro. It's just, yeah.
Must be nice,
but it's good. All right, it's good.
Get no game like this though. They gotta see the Niners and the Eagles next week.
But it is good to. I guess it is good for the Cowboys team to have this bounce back game after losing into the.
My bad. Go ahead, man.
Or quote unquote, Jay, the get right game. But the Cowboys do play the San Francisco 49ers Sunday night. Yeah, they play them Sunday night coming up. So now that's something.
Brock Purdy gonna get some work, man.
I might go watch. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I actually think I might step out of the house and watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Drink a brewski real quick. All right. So what else we got had happen? Jaguars beat the Falcons, man. Like that game was so dull that it was like the Disney Plus Toy Story thing. Bro, I started watching on the Disney Plus Toy Story. It was like they was in Andy's room, their little action figures just running around, and they had the Slinky Dog as the first down.
All right.
And they had the claw. They had the claw moving the ball and everything. So after the first half, I converted over to the Toy Story remix.
They need to put the Toy Story remix on all the Carolina Panthers games this year too. They have the Boss Baby remix games.
Real quick, Jay. Let me talk about my team real quick, man.
Okay.
I'm not gonna front. I knew we was gonna lose that game. And I said we finna get beat because the Jaguars, A, are more talented, and B, we haven't been able to throw the ball, period. We can't throw the ball at all. And a lot of it is on Desmond Ridder. But it really falls on our coaching staff, man. Our schemes are terrible. We can't get Kyle Pitts the ball. I mean, Kyle Pitts is 6'5", 230 plus, who can move like a receiver.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's like, why is he not getting the ball over and over and over and over?
We can't get him the ball. We can't even get Drake London the ball. And Drake London proves over and over again, like, he can ball. Nice. He can ball. And yeah, we're trying to run the ball all the time, but we're a team that's going to be in situations where we have to throw the ball. So we're going to be down 14-3.
And why they don't feel they running back in the beginning of his career like that on this trash team, man? They need to save some tread on Bijan.
We can't run the ball losing, and we just don't have the passing personnel. Now our defense is good. Our defense is pretty good, but like we can't throw the ball. We're gonna be in games where we have to throw the ball over and over again. And I don't see it getting better at all. So, yeah, it's not looking good. I'm not even gonna front. It's not looking good. I don't even think that. I mean, Taylor Heineke can give us some height, can give us a little juice, but even then, it's still the passing schemes. It's still the passing calls. It's still the way we set up where we have to run the ball. But even running the ball, we can never empty. We can't go an empty set. Period. You'll never see us going shotgun because it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad. So,
man, y'all going shotgun. Everybody knows it's a quick screen to Bijan Robinson.
Exactly, or a swing pass. But we ain't gonna, we're not gonna. We can't block. We can't get time to throw the ball. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and throw. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the white flag in, man.
Good, man. Join the club, bro.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, the Buccaneers are 3-1 with Baker freaking Mayfield taking control of the division.
Man, who would have thought, bro? So we did the preseason predictions for the NFC South as well, for all the divisions.
Oh, we look,
bro. We both of us had the Bucs last, and the Bucs sit atop the division right now.
Good for Baker. Yeah, I mean, that just shows how sorry that division is too.
The
Man.
NFC South,
dude.
man, like we like the wackest division, yo. We we whack, man.
Man, yeah, man. We're like the Mountain West division. Like it was lame. Everybody
come
trying to watch
on,
that,
man.
man.
They put us on. They put us in London with Toy Story. You see what kind of respect? Then we're gonna go out there and lose 23-7. Man.
Ain't nobody trying to watch. Bro, ain't nobody trying to watch none of those quarterbacks play, man. Seriously. Ain't nobody in any other city except your hometown wearing that team's jersey.
Shit's sad, bro.
I'm not rocking with it.
Shit's sad, bro. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. And surprisingly, the Chiefs and the Jets was the second most watched Sunday game.
Everybody surprised, man. They got that girl up there, man.
Taylor's like, bro,
Damn.
this shit is so stupid. I hate it, but man.
Why you hate it, man?
It don't bother me that much.
I just every time. I mean, all right, you got to think.
Mad as hell.
I mean, you got to think, bro. So I mean, we're sports guys. So I mean, social media. I follow. That's one thing. I got to start clicking on Instagram. I follow all the sports pages. They talk about Taylor Swift. Ooh, the Swifties. Ooh, the Swifties beat the Jets.
Older than me.
Man, and then my girlfriend talking about some. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift dates the Travis Kelce. I'm like, bro, what the? Oh my God, memes, bro. It's just too much, bro. Like, goodness gracious, just make a statement about it and just keep it moving. But nah, bro, damn. But anyways, yeah, the second most watched game in NFL history on a Sunday.
Man, let's not even talk about it, man, because I mean.
I'll say this. I got something for this.
Man.
The fact that the Chiefs won that game, they played bad. Like, that's a good football. That's a damn good football team.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say one thing then. I'm happy for Zach Wilson not walking out there with all those eyes on him, looking terrible. And like whatever Aaron Rodgers said to that team to get them ready for the game, man. Hopefully he's there each week trying to make sure that young man is like not falling apart, man. I hate to see young dudes like
they be eating him up, boy.
I'm telling you, man.
Like probably threatening that, man.
It's different. It's different if I'm out here talking about Bryce like that on this podcast. But Zach Wilson has to hear it everywhere he goes in New York.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully he can pull it together, man, and at least have a career, man. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's out there balling like my boy CJ Stroud is right now. I might give me a CJ Stroud jersey, man. Damn.
Before a Bryce jersey?
Man, you know Bryce Young jersey.
Man, wait till the man. All right, man. You gotta give us the season, bro. Give me and Bryce the season, bro. We're gonna get it right for you.
The season.
Give us till the end of the season, yes.
Okay. If Bryce Young has 4 games passing over 300 yards, I will get a Bryce Young jersey.
Okay.
That's a low bar.
Nah, that's a high bar.
That's a high bar.
CJ Stroud already has that.
Nah, he ain't CJ though. He ain't CJ though. You talking about? I mean, 2 games, yes. You on 4 of them things?
4 games. 4 games. I didn't say he got to win. I didn't say he did have to throw interceptions. I just said I didn't say no.
That's true.
I just said over 300 yards.
That's a high bar.
Eddie Dalton played 1 game. He already had that.
Man, he threw the ball 58 times.
He still had the minimum.
All right.
Damn.
Anyway, I want to know what you got to say about the Chiefs, Jay.
The Chiefs, it's still like some cohesion that needs to get right. I feel like on that offense, defense is playing well. Defense is carrying the team, or not carrying the team, but the defense is definitely propelling the team at the moment. But we've seen this before. I remember it was like the season before last.
Year,
the Chiefs. I'm not sure, but it was one of those seasons. They weren't doing too well. They were like 3-5 or 3-4 or something like that, and the defense was just playing lights out for like 8-9 consecutive weeks. And I mean, that goes to show you, we forget about, a lot of folks forget about the defense oftentimes, but it's like half the game right there, you know. And then Patrick Mahomes is going Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. He's getting these offensive pieces together.
Ain't
The
no
Jets.
offensive pieces.
What for Kansas City? Yeah, you
Oh,
got.
but look, they had Isaiah Pacheco. You know, Andy Reid oftentimes he's always had a pretty good running back. You think back to Philly, LaShawn McCoy. Who was the guy before? Was it Brian Westbrook?
Yeah.
Brian Westbrook, even in Kansas City, Jamal Charles for the short stint, he was there. And Isaiah Pacheco, man, that guy's a baller. And they gave it to him consecutive times, like on that last drive when the Chiefs were driving to, you know, run out the clock and whatnot. Pacheco. They're playing winning football right now. This isn't too familiar. But the Chiefs.
Nah,
The passing game has always overshadowed the running game, but in the past season, even last year, they were able to run the ball, and that's something that's not often talked about as far as the Kansas City Chiefs. And you know, them going to that strength right now, it's just football. It's just winning football.
I like them because they can beat you in so many different ways, honestly, and then they don't even care. It's not like they care if they had an ugly game. They're just happy that they win.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to get style points at this point. Where when Pat first came into the league, man, you could tell that dude was out there trying to stun on everybody. At this point, he's just trying to come up with a W each week. So when you're focused like that, it's going to be success.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna stand by what I said. I still think, yeah, they made the playoffs, but I don't know, man. This team is different. Like they feel more mature, but now it's like the offense was carrying the defense past 2 years, but now it's the defense carrying the offense, and then it's not even about Mahomes, because when they get into those tight games, I think it's only so much Mahomes that you can like do. Because what if Isaiah Pacheco's getting shut down and you literally only have Travis Kelce, and so I don't know. I want to see what they look like going against one of these top tier teams in the NFL. I mean, they had the Bears last week,
and
they already lost against the Lions.
I had a question. Are the Lions contenders or pretenders?
Contenders for what?
Contenders, brother.
I don't know.
They the real deal.
They're gonna make the playoffs. They can win their division. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl, but I think
playoffs.
The playoffs for sure.
They in the playoffs.
Division, yeah. They're gonna win their division and make the playoffs.
Exactly.
Okay. Super Bowl, I don't see it. Like in the NFC, it's the 49ers, the Eagles, and then everybody else.
Yeah. Yep. Answer your question?
That's good. But guys, we're coming up on time. So we about to sail off into the sunset. Is there anything else you got for the We the Champz podcast today, fellas?
Arizona Cardinals. Shout out to them, man. They play some good football. Shout out to the coach. Shout out to Josh Dobbs. They are. I don't know. I respect what they did. They came in. I thought it was gonna be whoosh, but the way they played the Niners last week, I got a lot of respect for them. So shout out to the Cardinals for real. Pay attention to that Bengals game, Shelf. Real talk.
Yeah. So shout out to my boy Mello. training camp starts this week. NBA is coming up, so thanks for re-signing with that team. Please don't go nowhere. You the best thing we got in the city right now. So
he try to get that bag, man.
Hey, you can get that bag and stay in town. So we need something. We ain't got no sports stars right now. Shout out to CMC. That's what I want to say. Shout out to CMC.
Boy, look, it's crazy.
Best running back in the league.
It's crazy over there in San Francisco. Well, all right, folks, that wraps it up for this edition of We the Champs. You already know we're going to come back strong next week, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. But before we head out, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share. We the Champs. We out, y'all. Thank you.
Peace.